Welcome to College Dance Insider, where you find out all the inside scoop on college dance teams and dance programs. Today, we've got a great interview with Nikki Sao Pedro-Welch. She's the head dance team coach at Endicott College. And let me tell you, this is a great place to think about spending 4 years of college and being on a very competitive and successful dance team. So let's talk to her about that. Welcome to College Dance Insider. I'm with Nikki Sao Pedro-Welch from the Endicott College Dance Team. Welcome, Nikki.
Thank you so much for having me.
Why don't you introduce yourself and tell us about your role at Endicott?
Sure. I have been at Endicott for 16 years. I am the head coach of the dance team, and I also am the director of dance at Endicott. I oversee the dance minor program and the BA in performing arts with a concentration in dance.
Okay, that's a lot. So what's really unique here is that you are overseeing both the dance program and the dance team, correct?
That's correct.
And so is it possible for dancers to do both?
Yes. Every time I speak with a student who is potentially interested in Endicott, I share with them that, if dance team is the track that they want, that they have to go through the steps of auditioning and, connecting with me, or if they're hoping to be a performing arts major with a dance concentration, they go through a different process, but they can absolutely, be a part of the program. They can do both. I have a dancer on the team right now who is a major. And we also actually have a dance club that is more recreational, but there are over 85 dancers participating in that club. And I also have dancers that do all three. Somehow they find time in the 7 days a week to be able to do it all.
Wow, fantastic. So I think the next question people will ask is, where's Endicott?
Endicott is in Beverly, Massachusetts. We are right on the water in the North Shore. We have 3 private beaches. We are a waterfront campus. It is absolutely beautiful. It's a community. And there's also access to the commuter rail to go right into Boston, into town. And we're a small liberal arts college.
That sounds amazing. So tell us more about your dance team. You compete D3, correct?
That is correct. We compete at UDA. We are a UDA team. We compete in Pom, Gamday, and Jazz. We have been going now, as long as I've been coaching, so 17 years next year. We have won Pom twice. We've won Gamday twice. We've been top 5 in Jazz for at least 5 years. And we've, been top 5 in Gamday and Pom for as long as we've competed those. And we also compete regionals, which is something that, a lot of teams maybe just do one competition in a year. We do have a regional competition through the UDA, and we've won 13 years in a row, which is really great.
Well, congratulations on all that success. That's wonderful. So what do you think is a benefit for dancers as they're looking, oftentimes they're kind of targeting more D1 schools, but I think there's some benefits to also looking at smaller D3 schools and teams.
Absolutely. Something that we do do in similarity to D1 schools is we perform at football games, we do sidelines, we perform at basketball games. Sometimes, depending on the situation, we might travel for playoffs, but that's usually a season by season decision. I think that, depending on the type of D3 school, I've been told that I operate like a D1 program. We do have similar benefits. Our athletic program does support some of our nationals trip. We do have a studio that we have access to with a sprung marley floor. We do have, preseason that's covered. Dancers can use the cafeteria. They're in their dorms. We do have similar perks to D1 schools. And we are a smaller team. So in our audition process and the dancers that I am looking for dancers that will compete. Everybody competes game day. We do have alternates in pom and jazz, but we just won game day this year. So, we are national champions and the entire team got to experience that. And that was really just important to me. And it was really wonderful to see. So, I can understand the D1 appeal, but, we do have similar perks and, you will compete and you will perform. So we are a team of maximum, I'd say 20 to 21. You do see schools that take a bigger roster and may never see the competition floor, or they may just be doing promos. And I think it's really important for dancers to kind of ask the right questions so they know what they're getting into. But I can say for us, if you are auditioning for my team and you make my team, you will see the competition floor, you will be at games, it's an all or nothing situation.
Okay. Well, that sounds good. Tell us a little bit more about kind of the life of a dancer on the Endicott Dance Team. What would they expect like on, over the course of the week?
Sure. Usually we practice 3 days a week at night after, courses are, classes are done. We would have a football game on a Saturday. Depending on the time of the season, we'll have our choreographers come in. Usually that's over a weekend. And that's a 20-hour situation. But, I would say consistently it's a 3 to 5 day a week commitment. Especially in the fall, because obviously we're prepping for nationals in January, and then spring tends to be less. We will do open practices. We do have lift, which is a requirement. So we work with our strength and conditioning coaches, same as our football players. So that's another perk. So you will have lift 3 days a week, practice 3 days a week. You have access to the athletic training facility. The AT room. So if you need to get cupping done or dry needling, you can include that into your day.
So in terms of the ideal dancer that you're looking for coming into Endicott, what does that dancer look like?
Sure. And I know that, coaches may have a similar criteria, but obviously strong technical background, ability to pick up choreography. We are a team that competes pom, but that's not necessarily a deal breaker. In my mind, I know that pom is not something that's technically taught at studios. So if you have a strong technical background and body awareness to do advanced turn sets, then I can work with you on your pom motions. Experience in hip hop, we do perform that at basketball games and football games because that's what is really popular and crowd pleasing. Right. And then we compete in jazz, which we tend to lean more contemporary. So I would say being really comfortable with movement. I would say our team, they're strong movers. And then those essential skills, being accountable, coachable, confident, but really being a good teammate. I think a big characteristic is understanding sacrifice and what that means.
Yeah, for sure.
To put dance first, obviously academics are first, but then dance is a close second, and really understanding that.
Yeah. So one of the things that some dancers might be looking for is the opportunity to do like sororities. And I know that Endicott, there's no Greek life. Is that correct?
There isn't, but jokingly, a lot of people from the outside may think that dance team is like a sorority. Um, we just had on our social media, our seniors are graduating. So they said, a question we asked, like, what are you going to miss most? And they said, I'm going to miss my family. I feel like these dancers are literally my best friends, my sisters, and I'm going to miss being with them 12-hour days. They genuinely adore one another. And that's a culture that has been fostered for a long time.
Is there anything else you can tell us about the culture of the team in terms of being on the team and their relationship, but also as they are viewed as part of the Endicott community?
Yes, they are highly respected on this campus. We have banners in the gym just next to any other sport. We are actually the most decorated team on campus, and we are recognized from the president's office all the way down.
So is there a tradition or an event that the dance team really looks forward to every year?
We have a few. I think if you were to ask a dancer on the team, each one may have a different answer. But, I think prep week leading into nationals is a very special time because, we're among, only two other sports on campus. And, we spend 12-hour days together. Obviously, we are working on routines, but we do have fun. A memorable moment we were just speaking of 2 days ago was when we were rhinestoning costumes in a small room. And then it turned into a night of karaoke, and it was really fun. And I would also say, the prep clinics we really enjoy. And then an event is our Day with EC Dancers, where we welcome dancers ages 7 to 18 to learn the routine and perform with us at a football game. It's really fun to just see that come to fruition.
How would a dancer start engaging with you if they're interested in learning more about the college and the dance team?
Sure. An email is always a great way to start. I'm pretty good at my emails. I usually respond pretty quick. And attending clinics. If you do tour the campus, which you could set up a group tour or a private tour, I work here full time. That's also a benefit of running both the team and the program, that I'm here 24/7. So setting up a time to meet with me, I'm always willing to do that. And just to get to know you from the start, it's, I'd say even as a sophomore in high school is a good time. And then, coming to clinics, showing that you're invested and interested, sending skill videos. I can't speak on behalf of other coaches, but for me, like, I think if you are willing to want to get better, I love giving feedback on videos. And it's not just, hey, that was a good job. Like, I will go into detail of things you want to work on and improve in your skills, and just things to focus on as you continue training. But I think just connecting is just sending an email, or if you're touring the school, tell admissions you're interested in dance team, you're interested in dance, and they will call me and I will meet with you.
Fantastic. So what does your recruitment/audition process look like?
Sure. Actually, starting next year, we are changing.
Ah.
We are going to be offering roster spots before auditions. As long as the dancer is, fully invested and will commit and is committing to Endicott. That is something that is a little bit different. Our recruiting model has been, I'm actively seeking dancers that I feel are a good fit. They still have to go through the audition process, but, starting next year, we will be, offering spots. And in turn, if there are dancers that I really am seeking and really want here, I will offer a grade to admission. So I will say, this is an A+ recruit, this is an A recruit, and depending on the major, and obviously spots like our nursing program is highly sought after. There are, a few, only so many spots. So there are some, I don't know, contingencies, I guess, but
Right.
I will definitely push for dancers that we really want. So and then we'll intern usually in May, have an audition for whatever spots are left.
Okay, all right. And then you hold clinics throughout the year?
Yes, we actually have one this weekend. We have 100 dancers coming, which I'm psyched.
Wow.
Usually have one in the summer, usually one in the fall, one in the spring, and one in the summer. I really try and not only foster them in dance, but as professionals. As someone who works here full time and I'm in academia, I'm here to help them succeed in their studies. My assistant coach is a nurse in Boston Children's. So we do have a lot of dancing nurses. So you can be a nursing major and dance on my team.
That's
Um,
amazing. Yeah.
and my other assistant coach, she is in education. She's, I believe, a third grade teacher. So, we also have dancing teachers on my team. A big part of just being a student athlete at Endicott or just a student at Endicott is our internships. That is a big I guess, gold star, if you will, for what's attractive to our college is you have 3 internships. You start an internship as a first year and a second year, and then you do a full internship as a senior. And yes, you can be on dance team and do your internship. And it's just a great way to obviously connect into the professional world, and that's also stands true with dance as well. So you would be doing an internship in dance. I think is a benefit in our program is our connection to the pro dance team world. I was many moons ago a Celtics dancer, and the coach of the Celtics is still coaching. She actually just did a master class last night at Endicott, and she choreographs some of our routines. Our pom choreographer, Shandon Perez, she's very much in the pro dance team world and obviously in choreographs for, Brigham Young and Memphis. And our jazz choreographer, Eddie Strachan, he's, a heavy hitter in the choreography world. So I think another perk to our school is obviously making those connections.
I think just to kind of wrap things up, we both know that the college dance team world can be a little difficult to navigate as a high school student. What advice would you give someone that's just kind of starting out and learning more about dance team recruitment and auditions and how to manage that process?
Sure. I think obviously deciding on a college is a huge decision, and as you said, it is very stressful. And I think really just paying attention to what you need as an individual, not only as a dance teamer but as a student. Where do you learn and thrive best, in what type of school setting? Can you succeed in a lecture hall setting where there's 100 students and you're just known by the seat that you sit in? Or do you need that more one-on-one attention? Do you need those times where you feel like you are seen and heard from your faculty? Do you need accessibility services where you really, a B+ isn't good enough on a paper and you really want that A? Really getting to know the college and the culture, if you feel you can thrive in a smaller setting, or if you feel like you really want that big college campus. I think that that's a place to start, and then see what type of opportunities they have in terms of dance team. For me, working at Endicott, I say this to students that, yes, like students choose to work at a smaller campus or to choose to attend a smaller campus, but me and our faculty are choosing to work at a smaller school. We really do want to see students succeed and get to know them and have a relationship with them to, be and help them even after school, whether it's a recommendation a few years down the road, that, we genuinely create relationships. And I think that that's really important, especially
Yes.
in an industry that in dance is small, but also is big. So
Yeah, I think that is definitely an advantage of a smaller schools, those relationships with your professors, with the staff, with coaches. You're just having a more intimate, positive relationship versus being just one of 30,000 on a campus.
my tagline usually is Endicott is college size for personability and relationship, but university size for opportunity. I mean, we have 50+ clubs on campus. You have all the sports.
Yeah.
but you do see a familiar face, and we are a campus setting. You know, it's within walking distance, but it's really, I mean, it's picturesque. If you were to see, you know, a college campus like in the opening of a movie, I feel like Endicott would like really fit that bill. It's really so beautiful.
Well, we'll have to have people come visit you and check it out. Thank you so much for talking with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
We've got more of these videos coming with some great dance team coaches, so please like the video, subscribe to our channel, and let us help you find the perfect match for college and dance teams. You'll find more information about Dance into College in the notes below.